So the most important part is to share the love in your family much as you can. There can be a different view, because you can share your love to your family without attachment, without desire, with a pure compassion, with a deep understanding. You can share like that, thinking of them as a sentient being. Or you can do the negative part, on other side, opposite side. You can share the love with not without compassion, with a full of desire, with a full of ego, with a full of attachment. And that doesn't give you any happiness, because you're not thinking your family as a part of a sentient being as a family. So the most important part is to love your family and be with the family and share the deep understanding and love and care. That is really, really important. Because sometimes we call ourselves as a Buddhism, sometimes we push too much to the people, because sometimes we push too much, like whoever comes and we say like, you shouldn't get married, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, and you don't care whether they are ready or not to understand that kind of level. The most important part, even about the Dharma, even about the teaching, it depends on the people, how they can understand the way you said to them, the way you explain to them. So sometimes just to give advice of the normal life is quite important. And then, of course, for some people, they can't do very serious practice. They don't want to be in the samsara. They like Buddhism. They have devotion to the Buddha Dharma Sangha. And then when they ask you some kind of question, I think you should answer like this. Let's say, just do the daily practice in the morning, daily practice in the lunchtime, daily practice in the night, in the evening, and be compassionate. Think of all the sentient beings as your family. So just be like that and be happy. Just do your work. Just work for a living, not to being famous or to get rich, because to get rich is part of a suffering, I believe. So to maintain your life and to do the work is really, really important. You share that kind of things to them, and they can understand really the meaning of Dharma. And for some people with a great karma connection, they want to be a monk, they want to be a nun, and they can do the practice, they can really understand the meaning of the Dharma. So in this world, there's three different kind of practitioner. One who can understand your advice as a normal. One, he wants to be a practitioner, but he don't want to live the samsara. He likes life, the way of life. He likes the way of practice in the Dharma. And the highest part is like to being a monk and to being a nun, just leave the samsara, stop the connection right away, everything, and being a very great practitioner. So there's three different kind of practitioner in nowadays. So we have to be careful when we share anything. When people came to us, when they come to us, and then we have to be careful the way we have to give advice, and we have to understand of their level, of their own view. So I think that is really, really important to know and to tell you, because as today I'm not giving you a teaching, as I told you, I'm sharing with you, and I want to share how I do, how I manage with the people, and it really helps them. Because once you push too much, and they don't like Dharma, they don't like Buddhism too much, if I tell you the truth. It happens, because they want something free, something happy, something relaxed when they come to the center or the monastery, and you tell them this is not good, that is not good, this is good, you have to do this, you shouldn't do this, and it makes them more confused, more complicated. So sometimes we just have to show the care, stop talking about the practice, you have to show the care as a person and love as a person. I think that is really, really important part, because and also, as I used to tell before to other people, to understand the meaning of samsara is really, really important, because nowadays we create the Dharma by ourselves. We practice the way we want. So that is not really good. We have to respect the Dharma. You do whatever you want. But still, we have to respect the Dharma and the Buddha Dhamma Sangha higher than us all the time. You do whatever you want. Don't hurt other people. Respect the 3 jewels. And just make it simple if you want to live simple. And some people, they want to make it simple but make things complicated. So I think if you don't want to do anything, respect the 3 jewels, at least if you are a Buddhism practitioner. And do whatever you want. And then don't harm the sentient being, and be kind to other people. I think that's an important part which we have to understand. And as I want to tell you again one thing, it happens also in the Western country and also in the Asian country, because for some people, most of the people nowadays, being a Buddhism is like a part of a tradition sometimes. So being in a part of a religion is not part of a tradition. Tradition is part of your country. Dharma is part of your heart. So something we should not force our family to do the practice of the Dharma. Just let them take their time. The most important part is to be yourself. To be yourself when you are in the family group. You be yourself as a family, absolutely family. Don't even show the one single part of a Dharma practitioner. Just be the family, and they can really understand you, and they can feel you, they can love you, and they can be like you, and you can be like them. And then they think that your religion is good. Your religion is not complicated. So they will try to understand the meaning of the Dharma. So once you're trying to be so different from other people, and they think, since she went to that temple, she's changed, she changed her character, her personality, everything, her life. The Buddhism is not good. So they will think like that. So the most important part, you don't have to show that you are Dharma practitioner to other people, Like the meaning of the Dharma practitioner is you have to tell yourself, you have to advise to yourself that you are a practitioner. People believe that when you're a practitioner, you have to share with other people. Yeah, I'm a Buddhism, I'm Buddhist, I'm a practitioner, and you kept telling other people. That is not the way of the practitioner. The way of the practitioner is something you have to tell to yourself, give advice to yourself, give teaching to yourself. That's how you can maintain as the practitioner. Once we don't advise to ourselves when we do the practice, and we can't maintain the practice, So we practice the Dharma, we give teaching to ourselves. You tell yourself, I shouldn't do this, I should do that. That is devotion, that is ego, that is jealousy. This is that, and you have to recognize yourself, and that's how you can maintain your practice. Let me tell you one thing, if I want to make it simple. Dharma is painful for the people who doesn't understand about the meaning of the samsara. The people who do understand the meaning of the samsara, Dharma is full of advice. It's something really beautiful. So please understand that. Because if you don't understand the meaning of samsara, then there's no way which you can understand the meaning of the Dharma. Because something which it is something really opposite. Because part of the samsara is part of the ego and jealousy, ignorance, attachment. And then part of Dharma is something compassion, devotion, and then pure understanding, love, and deep understanding to all the sentient being, not being selfish. So it's something really opposite, But also I think that even in the living in the samsara, you can still have a good life. You can respect the karma. You be truthful to yourself, you be compassionate to yourself. And that's how you can manage having a good life in the part of the samsara. But to really, to be free from all the suffering, and then I think we should practice about the Dharma. But as the Buddha said, he said that I show the way, the path to reach the enlightenment. It's up to you whether you want to do the practice or don't want to do the practice. So